Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking time to learn about the Mountainland Association of Governments Safe Street for All project. This presentation is an overview of the project, the work that led to the development of a safety action plan, where you can find analysis and other details for the plan, and what you can expect to see in relation to the plan moving forward. You'll hear from key members of our project team today, and I'll let them introduce themselves. My name is Calvin Clark. I'm with the Mountainland Association of Governments, and I'm a transportation project manager.
My name is Jen Schreiber. I'm a transportation planner with Parametrics, and I worked on the safety analysis.
I am Charles Allen, a transportation engineer with Parametrics, and I serve as the consultant project manager.
I'm Robert Allen, a senior transportation planner with Mountainland Association of Governments and the RPO director.
So you may be wondering, what is the Mountainland Association of Governments, or MAG? MAG is an association of governments covering Summit, Utah, and Wasatch Counties. Among other responsibilities, MAG serves as the Metropolitan Planning Organization, or MPO, made up of jurisdictions within the Provo-Orem metro area, which is roughly Utah County. In this area, MAG develops long-range transportation plans and provides funding for short-range transportation projects. MAG also houses the Rural Planning Organization, or RPO, composed of jurisdictions within Summit and Wasatch counties. In this capacity, MAG does regional planning and coordination for transportation and economic development projects in the region. Safety is a priority of MAG. Crashes and fatalities for all modes have gone up, especially since the pandemic. Congress, recognizing this pattern, established the Safe Streets for All program as part of the bipartisan infrastructure bill to provide resources for communities to meet safety needs. MAG was awarded a grant through this program to complete the plan. MAG is creating a safety action plan that will help cities and counties apply for funds for new safety projects to improve safety for all, including those who drive, walk, bike, or get around in any other way. The primary outcome of this project is to create and adopt a safety action plan for both the MPO and the RPO. This plan is intended to lead to programs, policies, and projects to reduce the number of serious injury and fatal crashes on our roads. In addition to these projects, MAG is also looking at elevating safety within their existing planning and project prioritization processes. To create the safety action plan, the team relied on two main types of data: quantitative, which you'll hear about in just a minute from Jen, and qualitative, which primarily came from talking to public and stakeholders about what they were seeing on the roads and what they'd be willing to do to improve safety. Public engagement efforts took place across all three counties, with events held in both years. In 2023, at the beginning of the project, we conducted an online survey and a pedestrian survey to get thoughts from people on what they wanted to see in their communities, as well as held virtual open houses to present preliminary findings. In 2024, at the end of the project, we held open houses and pop-up events in person to share draft results and recommendations of the study. And in 2023 and in 2024, throughout the life of the project, we upheld websites and released newsletters, media releases, and social media posts. In-person engagement took place in a variety of locations, such as at parks during a parade, during lunch hours at senior centers, story time at libraries, and after hours at community centers.
An important part of the project is analyzing crashes. This gives us a better idea of where crashes are occurring, as well as what trends are present, so we can provide targeted recommendations to improve safety. The data you'll see for Utah County and later Summit and Wasatch counties really only skims the surface of our analysis. We only have time here for a high-level snapshot of what we found, but we encourage you to visit our website to access the report and other materials for more information. Utah County had almost 40,000 crashes from 2018 to 2022, and this was the second highest number of crashes out of the state's 29 counties. Less than 1% of these crashes were fatal, but fatal crashes have been on the rise since 2019. And about 2% of crashes resulted in serious injury. This has also been on the rise since 2019, and even more sharply than for fatal crashes. During the course of our analysis, we noticed a number of trends having to do with crashes at the county level, and the most notable are presented here. 26% of crashes involved a teenage driver of the age of between 16 and 19 years old. 13% involved a vehicle leaving the roadway. 47% involved an intersection, and 23% occurred at night. A high injury network represents a priority network of locations where crashes, particularly those leading to serious injuries and fatalities, are concentrated and occurring most frequently. The map here shows the high injury network for Utah County. For some jurisdictions, the high injury network includes as much as 98% of the locations where serious injury and fatal crashes occurred. Next, let's look at some of the crash analysis results for Summit County. Over 5,200 crashes occurred here from 2018 to 2022, giving Summit the 9th highest number of crashes of the state's 29 counties. Less than 1% of the crashes were fatal, but these types of crashes have been on the rise slightly since 2018, and about 3% resulted in serious injury, though we saw a decrease in serious injury crashes since 2020. Looking at some of the key trends of Summit County crashes, we saw that 3% involved active transportation users, so people walking or rolling. 21% involved a vehicle leaving the roadway, while another 21% involved drivers speeding, and 29% occurred at night. And finally, let's look at some results from Wasatch County. This county had 3,700 collisions from 2018 to 2022, giving it the 11th highest number of crashes out of all of the counties in the state. About 1% of the collisions were fatal, and there's been a rise in these fatal crashes since 2020, and 5% resulted in serious injury, and we've been seeing a slight decrease in serious injury crashes since 2021. Some of the notable crash trends for the county included that 1% of crashes involved active transportation users, 29% involved a vehicle leaving the roadway, 24% involved drivers speeding, and 31% occurred at night. This map shows the high injury networks for both Summit and Wasatch counties. These counties are less dense than Utah County, and crashes tended to be more spread out. The high collision network for these two counties captures up to 75% of the locations of a jurisdiction's serious injury and fatal crashes.
What are the materials and the next steps resulting from this study? First, we created a project report, one report for the MPO and one report for the RPO area. The project reports are comprehensive documents containing the data, the materials, and the analysis and recommendations created for the study. In addition to that, there's a project website, a project's web map, a countermeasures toolkit, and a safety dashboard. The project website is located at www.mountainlandsafestreets.org. The project website contains links to the project's web map, also download links for the project reports, links to the safety dashboard, and also includes materials that were created for public presentations held during the course of the study. The project's web map is an interactive tool to allow users to see more detail about the specific projects recommended in this study. The web map encompasses Utah, Summit, and Wasatch counties and displays the projects as lines and dots on a map. Users can click on the dots and lines to find out more information about these specific recommendations, such as many of the dominant crash patterns occurring in those areas and details about the safety improvements recommended for that area. The projects are organized into tiers, which were developed according to a prioritization scoring process that was executed through this study. The Countermeasures Toolkit is a library of 24 common countermeasures used across the country to reduce fatal and serious injury crashes. The toolkit contains information about the application, the implementation, and the benefits of each of these countermeasures. These countermeasures address common factors related to fatal and serious injury crashes, such as bicycle and pedestrian related crashes, intersection crashes, speed management, and roadway departure crashes or cars running off the road. The safety dashboard is a tool established to help MAG and member communities track our performance over time and to see how well we're doing at achieving our goal of reducing fatal and serious injury crashes. The dashboard contains a host of safety statistics such as fatal and serious injury crashes, crashes involving bicyclists and pedestrians, and is interactive. Users can select their specific city and view the crashes that are applicable just to their particular city. The dashboard will be updated over time with the latest crash statistics so that we can track our progress. There are many recommendations to improve safety developed through this project. In the MPO area, which is Utah County, there were 246 project areas. And I say project areas because each area can have more than one safety improvement recommendation. Some of the common safety improvement recommendations include items addressing speed management and traffic calming, or adding and upgrading pedestrian and bicycle facilities. Signal timing changes was a common countermeasure, as was improving lighting and adding center medians. In the RPO area, there were 96 project areas, and many of these recommendations were similar to the MPO area, though there are some differences, such as we saw more need for shoulder improvements and curve improvements in the RPO area. In addition to recommendations for safety projects, the study developed recommendations for how we can improve our planning processes. We looked at the regional transportation plan process and the TIP, or transportation improvement plan process, that MAG conducts. In each of these, we identified ways to better integrate safety. For the RTP, or the regional transportation plan, we identified that we can include safety as a primary goal in the development of the next RTP. And then in the TIP funding process, we identified ways that safety can be better elevated in the project selection and scoring process.
As you can see, we've done a lot of work over the last year and are moving into our final phase of work on this project now that the Safety Action Plan is complete and being reviewed by the MPO and RPO technical advisory committees and boards. We will continue working with cities on implementation grants and other projects as they come together. Please feel free to reach out with any questions that you may have. You can reach us at the project website or at MAG's homepage to learn about all the transportation projects we're working on. Thanks for watching.